Well, okay. So, here I am before God, Great Spirit, all my guides, all your guides, all of our guardian angels, asking, now what? Now what? What is the actual truth? What is coming in the future? What actually really happened in the past? Of course, where are we now? And this is January 6th, about noontime. And it'll probably take me a good couple hours before, I'll be able to have it ready or up for you guys. The processing time takes quite a while. So, okay. Right there. Defeat. Our biggest challenge, so this is where we sit. Our biggest challenge is grief, acceptance. In the negative, in the reverse position, it is moving on, but definitely acceptance. If we want to read it in the upright position, then the challenge is to grieve. Where we're sitting is in the position of feeling that we've had a severe, well, it's almost as bad as justice reversed, which would be injustice. But when we have the King of Swords coming through reversed, it feels like something's been manipulated, like we have a tyrant, like we've been abused. There's something really wrong. Okay. In the past, we have the Four of Cups. We did not get what we wanted. We're challenged to not be apathetic in the future because, all this in the past creates the future. The past created the present and can create the future. So it's really important for us to not go into apathy and give up, because then we'll just sit here more. We'll be in the defeat position more. We will be in spinning in an inner conflict of feeling like there's no reason to be voting anymore. There's no reason to be fighting anymore. I mean, yeah, you do have to give up when you have this card. Well, there's the winner, but this guy's a dick. Right? I mean, this guy's just a total dick. He doesn't have any friends. He might win, but yeah. So there's loss here, but it's also a major betrayal. The truth is here with this card is that for now, it appears that democracy has been murdered by a tyrant in a tyrannical form of government. And of course, I watch your comments. I read every single comment. And I've seen you guys over a lot of you guys over the month saying things like, it's not going to work, it's too late, blah, 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 all of that. And, I take those feelings to heart because I understand how you feel. I mean, I'm not surprised it doesn't surprise me, but it doesn't help. If you want to create the future that you want, you have to put yourself in that position. So we have to empower ourselves. We can't give up. And if we do, we're just going to sit here more and more wondering, why don't we have what we want? We have this here, so we need to be grateful for what we do have. We have each other. and we need to be open to something coming in. And here's, well, let's just keep going. Okay. What's hanging over us is a sword of truth. So maybe part of what needs to, let me bring this down a little, just in case somebody is new to the tarot. You can see the artwork. I'm wondering if with the Ace of Swords, maybe this has to do with something that's going to come through. Because, down here, this has already happened. This is where we're sitting. The Ace of Swords, because I asked, now what? Well, now what could be that the truth can come in somehow, some way. We just have to hang in there for the truth. Love, light, truth, it's all the same energy. And it doesn't help if we stew in the defeat, the loss, and then go into apathy. Whoa, 2 aces. The near future, something's going to come through. The near future, when we have the Ace of Pentacles, this is a new opportunity being given to us. An alternative opportunity that's coming in. Internally, we are definitely feeling at a huge loss, major loss, and feeling, put out in the cold, especially in the cold from the light. So those of you who are feeling like it's just always going to be this way, well, you can't go there, because if you go there, well, first of all, each soul on this planet has a soul split. Each one of us has a soul split. And it'll say something like, a soul split is a lie. It's the lie of your soul that you brought in from lifetimes in the past, where you went to your death with a false belief. At the moment you were dying, you believed something false about yourself and possibly life as well. And it's going to say something like this: I don't matter, I'm not good enough, it doesn't matter, this is all a waste of time, if it's not, I'm not good enough, it could be I'm too much, I was wrong, so that means I'm bad, or I'm bad, I don't deserve. It's always a form of self-esteem. It's always a self-worth issue. That's what this card is all about. So internally, this is what's coming up. Now what? We need to face our false beliefs inside and turn it around. We need to turn that around. If you have a false belief that you don't matter, you need to remember how much you do matter. Just because someone took you out in a genocide in your last lifetime doesn't mean that they were right and you were wrong, or you were bad and they're good. It doesn't mean that at all. It just means we got caught up in a bad situation, and maybe it's a series of lifetimes where that kept happening, and we have to own our power. Beliefs create reality. So for everyone, whether you, even if you didn't vote and you were hoping that it was all going to go well and somebody else was going to do it and take care of things for you, or maybe you've been holding onto the light really strongly and having a lot of faith, well, we're still we're still going through this with each other, because of those of you who are highly evolved are very empathic, and you're going to be feeling the waves of grief and pain. To have the 5 of Cups and the 5 of Swords come out, wow. And then have the Ace of Swords and the Ace of Pentacles coming in. This is all the future here. And then internally, we have to be very, very careful what we hold on to internally. Otherwise, it creates our outer reality. Okay, externally, the 8 of Pentacles has us feeling like it doesn't matter. What work we do just doesn't matter. We don't feel like working anymore. It makes us, we're lacking ambition when we get this card. So these are cards to fight. These are the things to fight. Well, union, love, making decisions based in love and unity and harmony is the Lover's card. And then we have the Sun. Wow. Okay, that's interesting. I'll do some more cards here. I'll keep going a little ways. But so just this lineup here, to have the Sun come through tells me that, I mean, because if I didn't keep going, this is our outcome card, which has to do with, well, the Sun will always reveal something, but if you can tap into the pure, positive, white light, golden light within you, and get back into your internal joy and playfulness and love, then all the positivity of life can come through. Try to have some fun today. Try to have some fun every single day. It's always, it's like Lori over at the Way of Positive Change always says, today's your birthday. You woke up on the right side of the grass. So let's celebrate the fact that we're alive. Let's celebrate the fact that we have each other and that we can make choices. The Lover's card is primarily about making choices. The guys here, now I'm not, this isn't a beat up or a bash up on guys. But the guys looking at her, they're both usually naked. I had to draw pictures I had to draw bathing suits on my cards that were naked, but the naked parts show vulnerability. She's vulnerable up here to the Archangel. I think it's Raphael. He's looking at her, and then the ridiculous, religion puts the snake around her and the temptation and all of that. We can let go of that. But I like to look at this as alignments, the values and alignments that people can have when they have a deep union. So we need to have that union for ourselves, with each other. And, well, within, as within, so without. You don't get the union with others unless you have that union and harmony within. So with the Page of Pentacles, there could be something new coming through. There could be, because the pages tend to bring through news. The Pentacles are votes, it's information. Oh, and then we have the Knight of Cups. Okay, so new information as to an invitation. That's kind of interesting. The Five of Wands coming through in the reverse position tells me that one of the most important things is to don't struggle with keeping your heart open. Just keep doing your best to love, but don't get in fights with others either. Upright or reversed, it has to do with competition and fighting and who's right, who's wrong, who's good, who's bad, all of that. Well, have compassion. Just let's have some compassion for each other. And, it always helps if you keep your heart open. The Five of Wands on the deeper levels, when it comes through reversed, that's an opportunity to focus more and more on your goals. So what do we want to bring in? And maybe we're studying even more. Ooh, and when we have the Wheel of Fortune up here, okay, that's a turning point. That's a major turning point there. The Six of Pentacles, now this is also a card of like free will, right? Because everything, again, choice and free will. You are not a victim. You are only a victim of your false beliefs. Then we also have the Six of Pentacles down here for the future side. So this has to do with giving and receiving this is the spiritual law to remind yourself that giving is receiving. And, sometimes when we're giving to others, well, you can feel it. When you're giving from the heart, from the love space, you're receiving that love that you're giving. And when you're on the other end of receiving somebody giving their heart, it's the whole thing is the same. Giving and receiving is one and the same energy current. When it comes through in the upright position, that's the way I see this card. So overall, I would say it's important to just hang in there. We have the Wheel of Fortune coming through upright. It didn't come through reversed. We're not at the bottom. We're in movement. The Wheel of Fortune card is karma. It has to do with turning points and change and life cycles. So it could be that some people that voted for hatred or was apathetic and didn't vote at all, which I can truly understand if you're struggling to make ends meet and you don't have the time. Imagine being a mom with 3 kids and 3 jobs and, they don't have time to vote. Not at all. So we have to, again, hold compassionate space for people who didn't do that, and maybe try and protect. But bottom line is there's change. Change is coming. There's some kind of change. Let me go ahead and let's see. Might as well use the Lennies while I'm here. Let's do that. Just to get a different perspective. I feel like using this deck actually. Okay, so what really happened and where are we going? So in this deck, we do have a man and a woman. So if the man card comes through, it'll be Trump. If the woman card comes through, it will be Kamala. Changing up the rules a little bit. Okay. What really happened and what is coming? What is in the future? What is coming? Right. Now, on a personal level, I'm being reminded to tell you guys that energy wraps around our intentions. So as long as we just keep asking for the truth and praying for those who don't have the light, can't see the light, and do our best to take care of those that we love, and hold healthy boundaries against those who are hateful and cruel. Stay away from those people. Do not let them in your personal life, even if they're family members. Right there. Okay. All right. So the clover brings through opportunity. The book, in this deck it's open, which can bring through the light, but it can, well, there's 2 books here. One shows some secrets that are hidden. The other one is opening up and showing. The lilies have to do with harmony and peace and purity. Actually, I should bring them over here. The ring has to do with commitment. Circling back, the heart, circling back to what you care about. The broom can be repetitive. Here's my Trump card. He doesn't look anything like that. Of course, the clouds is next to him because he's dark and gloomy and all things of darkness, of course. Then we have the mountain, which shows he has obstacles and secret enemies that are hiding. The book relates to the three branches of government in this situation, and of course, because it's mirrored by the tower is the institution of our government. We have pain, loss, burden with the cross, the need to take responsibility, self-responsibility for us, personally, but the writer brings through the news. There's some painful news. The bear, of course, it's right next to Trump's card because that's Russia. It's also money, power, protection. It's Russia and the tech bros and the oligarchs that have aligned with him. Okay, decision, clearing, danger. So interesting. Okay, let's do one more layer. Isn't that interesting how all the negative cards come around him? Okay, so what we have going on here reveals that opportunities are coming in for our government and for the health of our nation. That's further reinforced by the Tower card being, our Constitution that needs to be revamped, the institution of our government. And again, there's an opportunity for people in power and also for Russia, the stealing of Russia, the thievery of Russia, to be cleared out somehow, some decision, but to be seen as the danger. Trump, in his elderly age, with his health issues, will experience a lot of pain. He also is carrying a tremendous amount of guilt in his soul. He thinks he won. He thinks he's flying high. This card's like the Nine of Cups, like, wishes fulfilled. He thinks he's got it all down, but he's going to be repeatedly having health problems, possibly lung problems, and he has secret enemies that he's has to watch for constantly. Plus, he's blocked. He's blocked and he's in danger, and he is and will be further, more and more, isolated. No man is an island. Wow. Okay. So, votes were manipulated, stolen by Russia, and they got greedy. That we know. We already know that. I have said this so many times. Okay. The four corners speak to the theft of the votes and the minimization of the votes that could have come in. And maybe the balloon in this deck would be kind of like Starlink, because something up in the sky, right? But the wisdom, in the future, there's some wisdom that's going to come through to create a more secure and stable foundation. And maybe it's because Trump will be isolated from his high position. The tower itself can be a card of isolation. And then this card is really strong isolation. And, here are his hidden enemies and his obstacles here. Maybe something's coming and he won't even get in, right? Because he came down here in the bottom position where he doesn't have any control. All of these cards are weighing down over him. I would say he has a bad heart. We know his brain is gone. This is also, the clouds is kind of like the Six of Cups when it comes through reversed in the tarot, where this is memory loss. Confusion, illusion, depression, just the darkness of his soul, and he's not going to take self-responsibility. We know that. But pain, he's in pain. So there's that. If that helps anybody to know that, there is that. The foundation of America will rise above this, but we do have to, some people especially have to go through some loss and some pain. Anybody to vote for a person like him, to put him in charge, and we'll see if he even really gets in, but they're aligning with the darkest of the dark, and so that's on their souls. There's that message right in here. Like these secret laws of the universe. It's going to eat away at their souls. Wow. Yeah, I have major chills around that. I would say, you guys, all in all, with both of these readings, I would say that for us who voted for Kamala and voted to stay in the light, that none of this is on us. This has to do with things that we're going to hold space for. So it'll be good to just pray and stay clear and stay kind and stay loving. And we'll get through this. And I'll be here with you, I'll be doing the collective readings every day again. And the political as many days as I can every week. Okay. Thanks, you guys. Big hugs as always. Bye.